If you've given somebody a fine and they don't pay the fine, or if you've given somebody fines over and over, you may want to look at certain sentencing, such as rehabilitation treatment, because then you're dealing with an addict, somebody who cannot stay off the stuff even they get into trouble. So you may want to look at what you deal with that person, which would be treatment and rehabilitation and socialization, etc.
This year, politics have been made interesting with someone to vote for the first time, and it's definitely not Paul Martin, as the next clip will illustrate.
I certainly agree that a young person should not have a criminal record because, in fact, they've been caught with a small quantity. As you know, the limit right now that they're looking for in the legislation is 15 grams. I think that this is all subject which, you know, I think that the various committees can take a look at. I do believe that the legislation should be passed. I do believe that there have got to be greater penalties against the grow-ops. I would say to the caller, however, I would not agree with the complete decriminalization of marijuana. I think that there have to be limits.
We're not voting for Paul Martin. That's any pot growers or dealers or people who don't want to be hassled with non-criminal records that are just as nasty as criminal records. If you want to learn more about the new descrim, I'm not even calling it decrim, neither is Paul Martin, you can go here or here or here. So next up, we have someone to vote for the first time in our nation's history, perhaps any nation's history. We could actually be voting for someone who is, one, an admitted smoker, two, is calling for cannabis cafes. That's basically our platform right there. And three, says cannabis is a wonderful substance. I mean, what more could you want? This could be the first election that actually matters, where you could vote for someone and then something changes. You know, we have cafes. And so I encourage everyone to get out there and vote. NDP is the anti-war party, and if you are as tired of these infinite wars as I am, we got to get out and support them. So go NDP.
But the idea of using the criminal code is very expensive. It's not working quite clearly, and so our laws need to be totally changed. It needs to be removed from the criminal system, not like the current Liberal plan, which is really not going to solve the issue, and put it into a regulated environment that makes some kind of sense.
Folks, you're watching Pot TV. I'm Jack Layton.
What's the NDP leader doing on this controversial website? Troy Reeb on a politician getting in touch with the grassroots. Is the newly minted leader of the federal NDP, and as we move closer to an election, he's trying to set himself apart from the other candidates on certain hot-button issues. As Global National's Troy Reeb shows us, that's not hard to do when you publicly call marijuana a wonderful substance.
People of Pot TV land. This is pretty standard fare for Pot TV, a counterculture website dedicated to growing and smoking dope. So what's this guy doing here?
Folks, you're watching Pot TV. I'm Jack Layton.
In a taped segment, the federal NDP leader tells marijuana advocate Mark Emery he favors not just decriminalizing pot, but legalizing it.
Creating a legal environment in which people can enjoy their marijuana in peace and quiet at their own home or in a cafe.
Finally, wrapping up here, we have to show the NDP that we're backing them up, and show that there's a lot of pot people out there. Now, we're not going away. We're here, we're high, get used to us. That's the message. So I want you to consider taking some time out of your busy lives and getting down to Ottawa, where the rest of us are going to be. We have an incredible lineup. We've got Senator Nolan, who's speaking. We've got myself and Mark Emery, Mark Boris St. Maurice of the Federal Marijuana Party. We got lawyer Alan Young and Eugene Oscapella also. Philip Lucas of the VIX Compassion Club, Alison Mirden, medical marijuana activist, Kirk Tusaw of the BC Civil Liberties Association. We got a stellar lineup for you, so that some of the best speakers on cannabis in Canada will be there, and we hope you will be there too. So if it takes a little gas money and, you know, a trip out to Ottawa, please make the effort. We're going to try to fill that hill, get everyone there, and send the message that Canada and cannabis are going to be synonymous for the next foreseeable future, and that America's just going to have to learn to live with it, and that's probably the healthiest message we could send. So stand up, be counted, show your support, get your body out there, bring all your buds with you, and we're going to fill that hill this year. So if you want more information on that, check out these websites here, here, and here. Get all your buds down there, and I'll see you on that hill.
Mankind, dead